holds, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge breaks to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's ends naught could remove, is now the 2-hour traffic of our stage, the which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Montagues, my naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will band it. How? Turn I back and run? Fear me not. No, Mary, I fear thee. Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin. I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list. Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
If I say A is the law of our side?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, but I do bite my thumb.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No, better.
Well, sir?
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie! Down with the capulets, you're disgrace!
You know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hides? Strike him down!
Turn thee, Benvolio.
Down with the Montagues! Look upon thy death!
Down with the Montagues. Down with the Montagues.
Down with that capulets! You're a disgrace for it, Lord, and I hate the words, as I hate hell. All Montagues and thee, cowards, have it thee, cowards! Put him on, Benvolio! Strike him on down! Down the Montagues! Down with the Montagues! Down with the Montagues! What noise is this? Get me my weapon! My God! Come on! Of Montagues! Perishes in the guns! Lies and fears! Down with the Montagues! Down! Hurry, not to be there! Go with the Montagues! Down with the Montagues!
Rebellious subjects!
Down with the Montagues!
Enemies of peace!
Down with the Montagues!
Profaners of his neighbor, stay still!
What ho, you men! You beasts that quench the fire with your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins! On pain of torture with thy bloody hands, put away your mistempered weapons, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of this peace. But this time all the rest depart away. You Capulets shall go along with me, and Montague come you this afternoon to know our farther pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more on pain of death, all men depart.
Who sent this ancient call you broke? Speak, nephew, you borrowed it for Gag?
Here are the servants of your adversary, and yours. Close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt, his blade prepared, which as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds. The nothing heard with all hissed him in scorn. while we were interchanging thrust and blow, came more and more and fought on part and part, until the prince came who parted either part.
Where is Romeo? Saw you him today. Right glad my he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the window on the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad. There, beneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooted from the city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring my affections by my own, which most are busied when they're most alone, pursued my human, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morn hath he there been seen.
With tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should the furthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed.
Away from the light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and pretentious must this humour prove, and as good counsel may the cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can I learn it of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affection's counsellor, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so close, so secret, so far from sounding and discovery as is the bud bit with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air or dedicate his beauty to the sun.
Could he but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no.
See where he comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance. Won't be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to learn true shift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morning, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But you struck 9.
Ay me, that hour seemed long. Is that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. But sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favour where I am in love.
Ah, alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so rough and tyrannous in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eye see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I've heard it all. It is much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then? Oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create. Oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep. That is not what it is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz, I rather weep.
Good-hearted what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own life heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate have pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Love is a smoke raised with a fume of sighs, being vexed at fire sparkling in lovers' eyes, being purged, a sea nourished with lovers' tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my friend.
Stop, I will go along. And if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut, I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He's some otherwhere.
Tell me in sadness. Who is it that you love?
What shall I groan and tell?
Groan, why no, but sadly tell me who.
Bid a sick man in sadness make his will. Word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I suppose you loved.
A right fair marksman, and she's fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, is soonest hit.
But in that hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed from love's weak childish bow, she lives unharmed. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saints seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty. Only poor that when she dies with beauty dies her store.
But has she sworn she will still live chaste?
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. For beauty served with her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
It is the way to call hers exquisite, in question more. These happy masks that kiss fair ladies' brows, being black, put us in mind they hide the fair. Show me a mistress who is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note whereby I may read who that's passing fair? Well, well, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike. And 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep peace.
A vulnerable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you live to touch so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying, oh, what I've said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she a happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agreed, within her scope of choice lies my consent, and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you, among the store, one more most welcome makes my number more. At my poor house, look to behold this night earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel, when well-apparelled April on the heel of limping winter treads, even such delights among fresh female buds. Shall you this night inherit at my house, hear all see, and like her most whose merit most shall be, which on more view of many, mine being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me.
Tut, man! One fire burns out, another's burning. One pain is lessened with another's anguish. Turn giddy and be hoped by vanquish earning. One desperate grief cures with another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
Your broken shin.
Romeo, are you mad?
Not bad. Look, bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented.
Goddamn, can you read, sir?
Aye, mine own fortune in my misery.
Perhaps you have learnt it without book. But I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
You say honestly, rescue Mary.
Stay, fellow, I can read. At my poor house this night, look to behold earth-treading stars. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Canty Anselm and his beauteous sisters, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline.
Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt.
Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena, a fair assembly, whither should they come? My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine, rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets, comes the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, amongst all the admiring beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehood, then turn tears to fires, and these, who often drowned, could never die, transparent heretics, be burned for liars. One fairer than my love. All seeing sun there saw her match since first the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal gaze let there be weighed thy lady love gainst some other maid, that I shall show you shining at this feast. And she shall scant show well that now shows best.
I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendour of mine own.
than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem are maids already mothers. By my count, I wish your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus, then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, lady. Lady, such a man as all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
He's a flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face and find the light writ there with beauty's pen. And what obscured in that fair volume lies, find written in the margins of his eyes. That precious book of love, that unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. It says the fish lives in the sea, 'tis much pride for fair without the fair within to hide. That book in many sighs does share the glory that in gold clasp blocks in gold story. So shall you share all that he doth possess, and by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly, can you like a Paris, love?
I look to like, if looking like you do. But no more will I endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests have come. The supper's served. You have called. My young ladies asked for. The nurse has cursed in the pantry, and everything is in extremity. I must hence away. I beseech you, follow me.
Follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girls. Happy nights, a happy days.
Hey, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover, borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for such a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down.
And we mean well in coming to this mass.
Why, may one ask?
We dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed, asleep, while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairest midwife, and comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone upon the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Well, time out of mind the fairies' coachmakers. Her wagon spokes are of the longest spider's legs. The covers are of the wings of grasshoppers. The traces are of the smallest spider's web. The collars of the moonlight's watery beams. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small, grey-coated gnat. Not so big as a round little worm plucked from the lazy finger of a maid. And in this state she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. O'er courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight. O'er lawyers' fingers that straight dream on fees. O'er ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plague, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes you can't drive it over a courtier's nose, and then dreams he is smelling out a suit. Sometimes she comes with a tied pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches and buscados, Spanish blades and helts, 5 fathoms deep, and then, anon, drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is that very map that plats the manes of horses in the night, and baits the elf-locks into foul, sluttish hairs, which, once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is that very hag that when maids first lay on their backs that dresses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is true.
Peace! Peace, Mercutio, peace! Thou talkest of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy.
Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. My mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars. Shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life, closed within my chest by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen,